Gather round for another edition of Young Kings Wrestling, featuring the King Michael I, Spooky Soundboard. Welcome to the Nuck If You Buckingham Palace. As always, I am the thespian TC Fontaine, aka TCF baby. Please say the baby. Joined by King Reek, House of Havoc, first of his name. We back.
Yes, sir.
We back on another one. Hey, this is a second week in a row. We got a special guest inside the palace, making his debut at the palace. This is like years in the making, actually. This is crazy. It took this long. Undefeated in singles competition. That's a fact. I looked it up.
Yes, sir.
From the Jobber Tears podcast, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, making his debut at the palace, Sir Wilkins is in the house.
Good? Oh shit!
Here,
y'all played the Dragonzord shit, man. That's classic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna be the White Ranger or the Green Ranger for Halloween at my job. We're doing Power Rangers, so I got to figure out.
You gotta be the white one.
Oh yeah.
The Green Ranger was all on.
Green Ranger was a heel though.
Yeah, he was a heel, and he was strictly Black Air Force energy.
I was just about to say that. If you go Green Ranger, you got to put the Black Air Forces on.
Because he was just disrespectful.
Yeah, man.
Hey, your trap, take over your trap.
We was talking about it. I went back and looked like, yo, that episode, my guy was giving everybody hands. One on all of them. Like, bruh.
It was so disrespectful.
With Billy ass, with Jason ass, with all them.
Well, the greatest part when he whooped their ass was when he walked inside of the fucking Megazord.
Right.
Yes.
All an ass whooping.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how he come in your spot, threw y'all out, and it just gave everybody hands and feet, everything. Like, that's wild.
Where can I watch this at? It was on Netflix sometime.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix too.
The original movie, the first movie is on YouTube.
Yep.
Oh, say less. I have.
You can watch the whole entire. You can watch the whole entire thing on YouTube. Yeah. Like, it's actually YouTube. YouTube be freaky. It be having all the shit on there.
Yeah, man.
Hey, they do. What was I watching on YouTube? I was watching Sin of a Woman with Al Pacino.
Yeah, they got the movies.
They got hella movies on there. There's like they be free.
You know what I watched? You know what I watched?
They have Pootie Tang on there too.
Oh, classic.
Oh shit.
I watched the original Street Fighter movie, the live action one.
Oh shit. Forgot all about that.
I'm gonna say watching it back, and we all know it was trash. Nah, that shit was like from a 1 to 10, that shit was a 1. Like,
yeah.
Like, it was a straight 1. Like, it was just so bad. So bad.
Hey, I watched Blank Check for the first time a few weeks ago.
How was that?
Not the first time, but the first time as an adult. That shit is weird. Yeah. Like, I didn't realize how weird Blank Check was when I was a kid. This grown-ass woman was having a situationship with a 9-year-old, 9-year-old. She's crazy.
Oh, no.
She was a fed, too. That was crazy for her. Hey, bitch, you law enforcement. You out here being weird. Freaky-ass niggas need to stay their ass inside.
Man, listen.
Shout out to these movies back in the day.
It's not the year for them.
Nah, listen. It is not. So shout out to these old movies that did not age well.
Cat Williams opened up the fucking portal.
The
I was about to say.
Cat Williams opened up the portal like fucking Doctor Strange. Said whoosh whoosh wah.
Oh man.
Yo, did y'all hear? I know this is way off subject, but the next Doctor Strange movie is gonna have Denzel in it.
Denzel, bro. I got sad.
That.
Like, damn, they got my goat. They got my goat in the MCU, man.
What's going on that they trying to do? Like,
because Jonathan Majors ruined everything, my nigga.
Basically.
Oh yeah.
I think
they say we got to get a safe black pick to be in this shit.
I think it's that, and the fact that the movies have done so horribly the past couple of years.
Yeah,
and it's not that go-to. You know, remember, like, let's just see what about. Like, remember, it was for a while. It was like, yo, you go see a Marvel movie, it's gonna do crazy numbers at the movie theater, and they just haven't been able to do that.
Guaranteed billion like 5 years ago.
Yep.
Now, they done dropped so many movies I didn't even know came out late. I ain't watched the Eternals.
I saw the Eternals. I
heard it was trash.
I was not crazy about that movie at all. Like, we could have lived without that for sure.
I did see the Miss Marvel movies. The Miss Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Like the one with all three of them. So I didn't see it when it came out in the movie theater. I saw it when I went to Tampa for Royal Rumble, watched it on the plane. And honestly, it was actually really good. I think, just like wrestling fans.
Like Captain Marvel?
Yeah, it was like all three of them were in the movie.
Yeah, Captain Marvel and then Miss Marvel.
Yeah. So it was all three of them were in the movie. So it's called the
Captain
Miss Marvels.
Was cool.
So, but it was a really good movie. It was actually like funny. And then I started watching the show on Disney Plus. It was actually, and I gotta take back. I didn't like it at first, but it actually was really good.
Oh yeah, it was well done. Like, authenticity is not enough you got to worry about with them. Like, I watched Miss Marvel and I watched Echo. That was fire. Like, both of them shows, like they really pay attention to detail.
Yeah, so I think they for the movie they're trying to get that bag back because they're really trying to up the ante.
Yeah. They don't want to fall into no drop after Deadpool and Wolverine. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, because that was all right. That was pretty. I mean, it was fan service. It was a lot of fan service.
Yeah. It's just what they was waiting for. Well, we was waiting for.
It was 100% fan service.
Yeah.
Because like they didn't deviate from what Deadpool was.
No.
You know what?
I appreciated that.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman comes to my gym.
Oh shit.
And he's like,
he was casually saying, "Yeah, Hugh Jackman come up in here."
So he's like the nicest dude. He's like the nicest dude in the world. Like the nicest like guy in the world. So I'll speak to him here and there, and he had asked me my honest opinion of the movie. And I gave him my honest opinion of the movie. And he was like, I respect it. He said,
"Hey, you asked him why he ask him why he broke Nick Nemeth's jaw like that."
Listen, that motherfucker's strong. I seen him work out. I don't want nobody to ever doubt him. That motherfucker works.
Don't want no smoke with you.
Yeah, that motherfucker works out. Like, legit works out.
Hey, man, I seen the games he had.
When he's like, people like you can't deny the work ethic is out the ass. He is in there. Every time he's in town, he's in there. Going crazy.
Shout out to Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You can tell.
Shout out to y'all remember the Raw guest host era. Shout out to everybody else too.
Oh,
like
man.
Al Sharpton?
Al Sharpton.
Barker.
Dr. Phil.
The Muppets.
Bob Barker was hard. The Muppets was hard too.
Hey,
both of them was good.
The man was a host for a living. They couldn't not be good.
Yeah. Facts. Rest in peace.
Cedric the Entertainer was a host.
Oh man.
What was that about? They was just having anybody be a host on there, bro.
Wasn't that when Patricia O'Neal was still writing for WWE?
No,
I was after.
By then? Was after?
Yeah, he had been gone for a bit. Because Patrice O'Neal was when The Rock was still around.
Yeah, he was writing for The Rock.
That's right.
Right before The Rock went to Hollywood. That's when he was writing.
Like 01, 02.
From what I remember.
Yeah, because Patrice talked about it a lot. Like he talked about writing for The Rock back in the day. He was at Vince's house and Linda was offering him lemonade and shit. Like, R.I.P. to Patrice, man.
That's all she was offering.
Yeah, because she's not like Vince.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know. Yeah, everybody crazy around here. I don't know nothing.
Hey, listen, Linda McMahon is negative net charisma. Like, I don't even think she got enough game to run on niggas like that.
Nah, I don't think she got any game at all. Like, none.
Like, she would, yeah, I surely believe she probably be in the back just knitting and shit. She one of them old white ladies. She just be in her office just working. Like, she don't got time for the foolishness.
She's also a massive MAGA.
Oh yeah.
Well, we know that.
Like massive. Like
that's their people.
That's 100% their people.
That's the homeboy right
there. That's why, because we were talking about before the show. That's why, like,
right,
wrestling, was able to continue during the pandemic.
Oh, for sure.
It was they made wrestling an essential worker.
The governor in Florida said, "Hey, fam, what's up with that? Look, we here in Florida. Let's let niggas work. You know what I'm saying?"
Listen, we said after we watched the doc, they definitely booked that whole presidential run. Like the writers got together and was like, "Yo, we gonna make this a story because it ain't no way the motherfucker was supposed to win." But they was like, "Nah, we gonna book this to perfection."
Did I ever tell you? Oh no, it's a wrestling podcast. Let me shut up.
Hey, we talk about it off here.
There's a whole conspiracy theory about him winning, and that he didn't even think he was gonna win. Like he was in shock that he won.
I believe it.
Because like there's no way in hell he went up there doing all that shit with the expectation of winning. He was doing that so he would lose, and he ended up winning somehow. It's like, fuck, I accidentally made myself important at work.
There's a lot that like goes to that story behind him. So there's a lot, actually. There's a lot, like, but whatever. Whatever. This is wrestling.
We gotta talk about this afterwards. Hey man, real quick before we get into anything else, I just want y'all to do what we do and take your content to the next level with Opus Clip, the #1 AI video clipping tool. You can repurpose long videos into viral short clips with just one click for free. Free 99. Click the Opus Clip link at ykwrestling.com to start your free 7-day trial. You know how many videos you can make in 7 days? You can literally make a whole year worth of content with this 7-day trial. You don't even got to pay. Listen, I'm not supposed to tell y'all to not pay because like that's how we get paid, by telling y'all to pay. You don't even got to pay. That's how good it is. 7 days, pro features, all the features available for 7 days. You can just make a whole year's worth of content. Get it out the way. And then you can buy the subscription and realize how good it is. And I'm going to keep it past the 7 days. And then you can click our link and we can get paid. Y'all can get paid. Everybody eats. Everybody eats, B. Also at YK Wrestling, go get you some merchandise. Subscribe to us on YouTube at YK Wrestling. Go follow our social media pages at YK Wrestling as well. Go to YKWrestling.com. Everything's available that you need right there. Shout out to the ad reads. Do the damn thing around here. Shout out to Bryan Danielson too, man. Shout out to the legend. The end of his full-time ring career. He lost the AEW championship to Jon Moxley at Wrestle Dream via a ref stoppage. Your boy Jon Moxley is now a 4-time AEW champion. That's the most in history. Shout out to him. Bryan Danielson, where does he rank on y'all list for like GOATs, Mount Rushmores, anything like that? I'm still trying to decide where I'm putting him. I got to go through the archives a little bit, but where y'all putting him at?
I mean, he's definitely top 5. I'm just trying to figure out.
I wouldn't argue that.
Nigga, top 5 where? It said
Over
top
who?
5. Top 5? Sorry. My bad. My bad. It said top 5. What? Okay.
It's like,
where are you ranking him at?
He may be in the top 10, maybe in the top 15. Top.
Well, we talking
all time, right? Are we saying AEW all time or all time?
All time.
Yeah, he's definitely not in the top 10. Top 15.
Well, we talking professional wrestler, sports entertainer. Like what's
it's the same thing.
Now he moving the goalposts. Now he moving the.
I'm just how we looking at it, because like if we talking like technical wrestling and shit like that, I'd have to put in top 5.
Of course, but now we're going into categories. My man said all time. He ain't say nothing. I'm just saying. I got 5 niggas above him already. Off the top of my head. and I like him.
Yeah.
You said give you the 5?
Yeah, who the 5?
Rock, Stone Cold, Kenny Omega.
Hold on, you put Kenny over Bryan?
Oh.
Yes.
No, I ain't doing that.
Yes.
I can't do that.
Nah.
Y'all niggas is wild. Y'all niggas is wild. Y'all niggas is wild. I put Kurt. Kurt is up there.
Kurt over him for sure.
All right. Yeah.
Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
Yes, that's my GOAT. He over Shawn everybody
Michaels
to me.
Definitely up there. Who else is definitely up there? Like, and the thing about it, this nigga never drew money.
He did for like a year.
DB don't draw money. But this, once again, this is this is me, because I'm looking at everything. But like, definitely Rock, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, and I'm putting Kenny up there above him.
Nasty.
You putting AJ up there over?
I like Kenny better than AJ. AJ's in my top 10.
Over Bryan. You putting AJ over Bryan?
Nigga, yes.
Okay, good.
I was about to say I could accept AJ.
Hey, no, listen. Okay, yes. All right. Scratch that argument now. So I saw this debate earlier in the week. They arguing popularity: Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, or Jeff Hardy.
Oh, okay, all right. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
He's trying to argue it.
Popularity, bro. Listen,
I'm not even a Jeff fan, and I'm going with Jeff.
Like, this is
he's really trying to argue it because, they trying to say, "Oh, he main evented WrestleMania." I don't give a fuck that Jeff Hardy didn't main event WrestleMania. That don't make him. You know how many people that's more popular than Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, who main evented WrestleMania? Who didn't main event WrestleMania? I mean,
do you guys do you guys watch basketball? You basketball heads?
Yep. Yes.
In my opinion, Jeff Hardy is the Derrick Rose of wrestling.
That's a good comparison. That's a real good comparison.
He is the Derrick Rose of professional wrestling. I'll tell you why. It's because that that era when Derrick Rose was busting ass.
Yeah.
09 to 11.
Yeah, was the same thing of fucking Jeff Hardy in that small era.
Yeah,
when he became world champion, and he was out here with the glow in the dark shit. Everybody wanted to be him. It was like a 2-year run kind of shit.
Yeah, 07 through 09. That was it.
That run.
Yeah, he might be probably one of the most popular guys to never main event a Mania.
Yeah, 100%.
If not the most.
100%.
He is the most.
Yeah.
Cause right now I'm putting like Jey Uso in that Jeff Hardy tier as far as like he can't do no wrong with the crowd.
He got the rocket. He got the whole rocket right now.
Jey Uso main event in WrestleMania.
Right.
So like I can't even put him up there neither.
Jey
Uso more popular than Bryan ever was too.
You got to think Roman. I got to think Roman on that one, boy.
All right, Roman Daniel Bryan got to thank Roman.
That's hilarious.
He shouldn't have been a 2-time main eventer at all.
That's true.
Did y'all check out Wrestle Dream?
Yes, I watched it. I watched some of it today. I watched the more important matches first. Mm-hmm. I gotta watch the rest of it this week because I was my mom's birthday yesterday. So,
happy birthday to Mama Wilkins, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I appreciate that, fellas. But I watched the match that I wanted to watch, which was Moxley versus Bryan Danielson, which was good. It was because it's them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
after this match, Wheeler Yuta realigns with the Blackpool Combat Club. In the words of Mike Tomlin, we do not care.
Like, why?
The Blackpool Combat Club, they ended up like duct taping Darby Allin to the ropes. He tried to help.
That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was kind of gangster. There was another plastic bag spot with Bryan Danielson. So they basically murdered him. None of the faces were able to help. Like you had Orange Cassidy's out there. I think Private Party tried to come down. Jeff Jarrett came down there. Nobody was able to help this nigga out. He lost.
That's great.
That Miz promo, y'all remember that Miz promo? Aged like fine wine.
Oh, listen. It really did. You like,
well, explain.
Well, because if you go back and really watch what Miz was on when he did that in NXT with Bryan, it was like he makes sense. Oh, no, I got you. But it's like
that's promo.
Yeah. No.
But why did he make sense though? I want to hear your point of view on.
What?
He basically told this man. I'm paraphrasing from the promo, but he basically told this man he called. I think the Miz was legit pissed off too because this dude called him a coward because of the way he wrestles. He wrestles a safe style.
He absolutely was.
He's just
he called him pussy.
Safe.
He called him pussy,
basically to his face. That would have pissed me off because now you undermining the work that I've put in. One, my reputation coming in was not that great. I came in from reality television. I didn't go full throttle on the indies like you. So my whole career has been trying to please you niggas basically because of my reputation coming in. So when you call me a coward because of the style I work, that's gonna piss me off too. And you did it in front of everybody live. So he said, yo, listen, you want to do that bullshit, wrestle that type of style, fucking destroy your livelihood, you can do that. Go do it, motherfucker. Because I know you want to do it because we're not letting you do it here. We made you retire for your safety, for your livelihood. And that's what he wanted to do. And that's what he went and did. How many years was it? 3 years ago? He's been doing it for the last 3 years, what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's his prerogative. But he's always complaining about how he got all these issues with his neck. He can't feel his legs sometimes. Shit like that. How he tried to pick his daughter or his son up and he can't pick his kids up. And everything the Miz said was just like, nigga, I told you so.
Yeah.
I literally told you all this.
His whole point was, I've never been hurt, which up to that point was 100% true. You hadn't seen Miz out for no type of injuries whatsoever. And the main thing that triggered him was this wasn't the first time he heard it. He heard people chirping for the longest time, oh yeah, he just playing it safe. He just wrestling some little pillow shit. No, motherfucker, I'm wrestling smart. I'm not trying to be, the star attraction in terms of spots, which y'all do. I'm getting through the match and going home and coming back to do it again the next day. So when Bryan said that, it was like a trigger went off. I'm Intercontinental Champion. You ain't gonna talk to me crazy like this. So yeah.
It's crazy.
I beat John Cena at WrestleMania. He can say that.
It's crazy because it's so true, like you guys are saying. It's one of those, but it's interesting because I was live for when he fought Kenny in that match at in New York.
Yeah.
Amazing match. Absolutely amazing. Probably one of my favorite matches of all time. It's like that one's in my top 5.
I'll say he should have won the title in that match.
Yeah.
I do too.
But like I'm saying, it's as many times he took a fucking suplex and then he landed on his fucking neck, bruh. It's yo, what are you doing? And it goes back to what you were saying. Miz was right. You want to go wrestle at a bingo hall? Because I don't think Wrestle Dream was sold out.
No.
It got close though.
It got close. It's a smaller crowd than WWE, but then now, like you said, he can't feel his legs.
Nope.
Sometimes. And that's scary.
Mm-hmm.
That is absolutely.
You seen what happened to Dynamite Kid?
I was just about to say that. It's this whole habit of y'all motherfuckers not listening. He told He told Benoit not to do the type of shit that he did. Benoit went and did it. You see what happened to him. Mm-hmm. He was told, like, yo, listen, there's certain shit you don't need to keep doing. We're not going to listen. We're going to do what we do.
But you know what it is? It's the psychological thing. I think it's psychological as well. Some people know this about me. I work a lot. Mm-hmm. And my boss be like, yo, you're going to burn out. Chill. Take these next couple of days off. I'd be like, nah, nigga, you's a bitch. That's why you don't want to work. And you're used to going at 100. And then when somebody tells you, like, you need to go at 60, you're like, how?
Yeah.
You genuinely, and I think that's where he's at, where he's like, how do I go at 60? Like, I'm used to going at 100. And I do so well at 100. Because let's think about it. You guys aren't throwing him in your top 5 because of his mic skills.
No.
You're not throwing him in the top 5 because of a great promo or one move he does. You're throwing him in the top 5 because he goes at 100 in all his matches.
Yes, sir.
So when you tell a man that to go lower than that, to go lower than 100, which is what he's used to, and then 100, going at 100 is what he's known for and what he's made his career out of. He's fed his family by going at 100. And now you telling him not to? That is like probably one of the hardest things to do. Especially when you look, and I think there's a in that Miz situation, when he's talking to Miz, there's a slight bit of bitterness and a little bit of jealousy in that. And you're probably asking, how the hell is he going to be jealous of Miz? When you see somebody doing less than you and getting more than you in some ways, living a better life, doesn't have to retire, get to do what I love, and is nowhere near how great you are, you're going to feel a type of way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was
especially he's on the other
that was
side.
Hater shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the other side with a belt, and you're on this side doing commentary and talking to.
Not allowed to wrestle.
Not allowed to wrestle. And Vince is telling you, nah, you can't wrestle because I want you to feel better about yourself. But that thing inside of you keeps burning because you have a passion for what you do, which is why you're so great. So you like, oh, AEW, I can do this shit here? They're not going to stop me? They're not going to tell me I can't do nothing? They're not going to tell me I can't do these moves? I'm going to go over it. And you about to give me the bag? Let me go die.
Because he's old school.
Yeah. So I think
been at this, 27 years?
Yeah, it's the mental part. I think that's what's getting them. Like, I don't know how to not wrestle like this. Like, there's other ways to do this. You know what I mean? Like, what? Hey. Does that exist?
I feel like he has long enough time to have adjusted to that personally. Like, you had them 2.5 years in retirement, and then you were still in WWE. Like, you could have adjusted to it then, where they had you slowing down and doing certain things. Like, I can't really say you willingly decided to go back and do 100% after you had enough time to adjust to.
You are 100% right.
Yeah.
At the same time, this nigga doesn't know how to do it. He will not do it. It's like telling a crackhead.
Left to your own devices, yeah.
Yeah, it's like telling a crackhead, stop smoking crack.
I got you, baby.
Big facts.
I can do that for you.
Yeah,
I can do that for you.
Shout out to
crackheads, man. I saw a crackhead the other day. Threw me off. I never seen a crackhead in person. Like,
there's no
actually smoking crack. Never seen it before until the other day.
Oh, you should come to New York.
I'm about to say everywhere up there.
Like, I see crackheads in Vegas all the time. I just never seen them doing crack before.
Oh no! I seen the crack, and then I seen them shoot themselves up.
I ain't never seen that. That's crazy.
I seen that like right in person. So where I get off the train to go to work, there's like a rehab clinic right there, and and they be on the train. They be on the train platform shooting up, just walking
That's
zombies.
Crazy. You in the Bronx, ain't you?
just straight zombies at this point. Hold on, I think my headphone's about to die.
Oh, it's tragic. It's tragic.
Y'all hear me?
My man's for I hear
yeah, you good.
Screen froze, but we all good. We gonna keep it going.
You good now?
We still on Wrestle Dream a little bit. Let's wrap this up and move on. Elsewhere on the show, Takashita. Did I say that right?
Takashita.
He defeated Will Ospreay and Ricochet to win the international championship. Mariah May successfully defended the women's title against Willow. Your boy Adam Cole, baby, made his return as a babyface for some reason. I remember last time he was on that evil shit. Hey,
they ain't gonna last long.
Forget. Yeah, nah. Yeah, I know how they go. I didn't watch the show. Football was on. I know you was watching football, Reek. How Ohio State do last night?
Oh, I can't talk about that shit. I can't talk about that shit. I'm gonna get mad, and I don't want to get mad today.
No button pressing today.
Nah. Oh man, these niggas got me so hot watching that.
All right, we ain't gonna press the button. We ain't gonna press the button. I said, your initial reaction was like you wanted the button pressed.
Oh, look, listen. I was thinking about it all last night. I'm gonna chill right now. I'm gonna chill. I'm just trying to get it out my head.
Hey, we coming to the crib in a few weeks.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
We're gonna see how that turn out.
Who's
let's talk about it.
Ohio State.
Yeah.
TC, who's your team?
Nebraska, you already know.
Oh, what makes sense. My bad.
I'm partial to UNLV too. I got two teams. It's appropriate though. One of them I actually went to the school. So it's appropriate. They both killing shit. Yeah. So shout out to both my teams. This week in wrestling history, real short this week. 2000, Rikishi let y'all know that he did it for The Rock. He did it for the people.
2000?
That was in 2000.
That's crazy.
He's getting old, bro.
For sure.
Listen, I thought that earlier. I seen a picture of Dom Mysterio in high school, and I was like, that wasn't even 10 years ago. That's crazy. 2005, No Mercy. That was Batista defeated Eddie Guerrero for the World Heavyweight Championship. Eddie's last pay-per-view match. RP to the GOAT.
Rest in peace, boy.
Yes, sir, man.
2010, I got a TNA tidbit for y'all. Bound for Glory. In the main event for the vacant TNA championship, Jeff Hardy defeated
not that
Kurt Angle and Mr. Anderson. And this was during my hiatus from TNA. I started my hiatus in early 2010. So I didn't see none of this. I had no idea this happened. After the match, it wasn't after the match. It was during the match. Eric Bischoff comes down there with a steel chair. I have no idea the context of none of this. I just watched the clip. Eric Bischoff comes down there with a chair. Your boy Terry Bollea comes down there with some crutches. just hopping down there. Jeff Hardy take one of the crutches. He just start threatening Eric Bischoff with it. And then Jeff just turn around and hits Kurt Angle. Just hits the fuck out of Kurt Angle with the crutch. Shakes Eric Bischoff hand. Shake Terry hand. Pins Mr. Anderson. He win the belt. So Jeff Hardy and Terry joined Eric Bischoff, as well as Abyss and Jeff Jarrett. That's JEFF JARRETT to form a group called Immortal. We've already established I was not tapped into TNA at this time. Were y'all? Y'all remember any of this?
Nope. Cause I would see little like snippets of it. And I'm like, yeah, I ain't watching this shit.
Listen,
I seen that belt, that custom belt he made. I'm like, hell no.
Oh, the Willow.
Not around my niggas. He can't.
I want to go run back this era of TNA so bad, but I don't want to piss myself off Cause it's a lot I think I'm gonna get. Whenever I find out stuff that happened in this era, I get mad.
It was a mess.
Like, what do you mean Bully Bubba Ray Dudley won the world title? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, when I found out, I knew for sure I wasn't gonna watch that shit no more. Y'all gave Bubba Dudley. Man. That's crazy. And gave him a faction too.
Who booked this crap? He got the faction, married Terry's daughter on TV.
Like, he married Brooke?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I
was just doing anything. Who the fuck was running creative back then?
Yeah, they did that shit right on TV. It was wilding out.
That's filthy times back then.
I did not watch TNA the whole 2010s, bro. I tapped back into TNA in right before COVID.
Yeah, it was rough.
From when they went live, going head to head versus Raw up until COVID, I did not watch a lick of TNA. The most I saw was Jeff Hardy wilding at Victory Road that one year.
I was trying not to bring that up, but like, that was one of those.
I miss Lashley, I miss Drew, all that.
The most down bad of down bad. Like, oof.
Yeah, TNA was rough.
That Lashley era was something though.
I want to run that back. I heard
the original belt collector. Y'all on,
Penny
and them. Like, no, Lashley was out here racking up a trophy case.
Lashley's era in TNA was different.
Yeah.
He was on MVP, right?
Yeah.
In the kitchen.
Beat Down Clan. That's what they were.
Yeah, man. Was in the kitchen, man.
Shout out to them. Can't wait to see them putting in work.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to them. 2016, Gorillas of Destiny defeated the Briscoe brothers to become IWGP Tag Champs for a second time. 2019, Bailey murders the Bailey Buddies right in front of me. RIP to them. Hold on, we're gonna have to do this. I got to do this for the Bailey Buddies.
That was a swerve.
Man, that was fun.
Such a swerve.
RIP to Bailey Buddies. In 2020, Big E split from the New Day involuntarily via the draft. Y'all did some bullshit. I couldn't believe y'all did that.
But they still came back together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, they never broke up. They might now. I don't know how that's going.
Well, yeah.
We need Big E to come in and listen. This all needs to end with Big E coming in and keeping his brothers together, and they all just form the unit again. And Big E's healthy. That's how this ends.
If he pops up,
I needed to happen at Mania too. Mania live in Las Vegas, Allegiant Stadium, April 19th and 20th.
Facts. Hey, listen. If we can slide a little Rumble spot in there to come back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be mad, but
I ain't gonna be mad. I needed that Mania to. That's where the moment needs to happen.
Hey, I'm here for it.
That's what
we got to do.
The streets need that, Playboy.
Because
happy birthday. Go ahead.
Not about this teasing breakup shit. Like I done been said this for months. I don't want it.
Nobody.
Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable as a black man.
Especially black wrestling fans.
Yeah, man, as a black man, it makes me uncomfortable.
But I did say the idea of Woods as, I don't know how we gonna direct it as a heel, but the idea of Woods as a heel, because I know this nigga has range, I'm interested in that. I just don't want to see him break up.
He was a great heel when they first got together. So,
but it's like now after all this time in, I know if they put the machine behind that as for him as a heel, that shit could take off.
But they have to put the machine behind it.
Right.
The streets are saying that Triple H don't like black people, so I don't know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
And more on
that presser, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody finally asked the question straight up. We said this afterwards. Like somebody handed him a script. Like, yo, listen, when they ask you this question, because they're gonna ask you this question, this is all you need to say and get up out of there.
So
It just reeked of
that. I spoke about it on my podcast. So I was in the presser, right? And homie, I know homie that did. I forget what publication he works for. He's really good at what he does. Well-spoken brother. And it was a legit great question because it was like, yo, what's going on? This is what's saying. Yep. Now, I just think he answered it completely the wrong way. I don't think he's racist. I just think he answered it as a white dude.
As a 50-year-old white man, that's how he answered it.
Huh?
Is it?
As a 50-year-old white man, that's how he did.
Yeah, that's rich. There's no other way.
Yeah. That's exactly what we said too.
Yeah, we've been saying it's like we won't say that like, okay, yo, he's racist, he don't care about black people. No. He doesn't understand the experience. He doesn't have that perspective. Sean books them great. So it's like that's that, you know what I'm saying? But he's never been in that, like he's got, upper class family where he was raised from. He always been, in some position of privilege. You marry into this family. Like you can't have a perspective of, hey, this is what they've seen. This is what generations of people have seen on their TV for the longest time. You know what I'm saying? This is what we need to change. Like he hasn't had that perspective and he never will. So it's like,
okay,
unless you get somebody in his ear that's like break that down for him, you ain't gonna really see much of a change in that.
And how many people are gonna be like have that real talk conversation?
Nobody.
Ain't nobody to have it.
They're not close enough to him that would have that talk. Honestly.
Yeah, so I don't see it happening.
No.
The thing was like the answer that he gave. It's like he said it, but Vince understood that concept. He's saying, "Oh, I don't see color. I just see talent." That's what Vince did. Vince saw talent and put it out on screen. That's why we saw a Bobby Lashley getting a world championship. We saw Booker getting a world championship run. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Rock is there. That was no question. But it's like, Mark Henry with the Hall of Pain and that going on to be a world champion. Like that's seeing talent and going, that's going to work. Put it out there, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes he would do some real crazy shit to get that result, but that's how that mentality works. You copy and pasted it to say, oh, that's why you're not seeing enough black talent. Like, nah, bro, don't try to feed me that. That ain't gonna work.
Talent's there, man. Talent is more on that in a second.
Exactly.
And more, I got some on that in a little bit though, as we've seen this past week. But let me get in these birthdays real quick. Happy birthday, former Divas champion Caitlyn, Rhino, Matthew Rewalt, aka Aiden English. Happy birthday to him. Paul Burchill, The Miz, Eddie Guerrero would have turned 57. Stevie Richards, happy birthday to him. All these people I'm about to name have birthdays on the same day. Dusty Rhodes, Rikishi, Tonga Kid, Taz, Rhea Ripley, Tony Chimmel, and Riddick Moss. Deep.
That's crazy.
Super deep. Happy birthday to Rodney Mack.
You know it's the Mac militant. Coming to get it on.
Shout out to Rodney Mack.
Didn't we say we need to bring the White Boy Challenge back, man?
Yeah, we've been needed to bring the White Boy Challenge back.
That was a time. That was a time. I need Teddy with
bring
him too.
It back.
Whoever does it, bring Teddy back.
Like, ain't nobody around to do it now.
That was fire.
Who can do the White Boy Challenge now on the roster?
That's true. Believably, I don't know.
Yeah, nobody's imposing enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rodney Mack had the statue. Well, Omos, but that don't get on TV time. Oba would be perfect for that. Honestly, hell yeah.
Yeah, he would be a great addition to that shit.
Hey, bring that back, man. I don't care.
I'll say Oba will put niggas.
Y'all try to say Trips ain't rocking with dudes like that. He can do the White Boy Challenge though.
Hey, that's perfect.
I wonder which fucking writer came up with this.
I want to know now too.
Man,
it might have been Brian Gewirtz.
Was he there at that time?
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah,
early 2000s. He had to have been.
Yeah.
Because The Rock was there in the 90s. And he wrote for The Rock.
Right. Yeah.
And Brian Gewirtz was there for a minute too. So I'm pretty sure he was around the whole Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah, when they did after they did the brand split, he was on for a while.
He was on Raw.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that. It's probably Brian.
Let me find out Bruce did that shit.
Hey, Bruce be wilding, so you never know.
We need to ask somebody about that.
Facts.
We can bring Roddy Mack on and ask him about it. Let's get that cracking.
Hell yeah.
He does interviews?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out though.
I hope so.
I hope so. Who else had birthdays this past week? Man, Killer Kowalski had turned I don't know if he would have still been alive, but he was born 98 years ago. Shout out to Killer Kowalski.
God damn.
Yeah, trained Triple H, trained a bunch of other people. Shout out to him. And then happy birthday to Karen Jarrett. That's KarenJarrett. It don't work that way when you do it with her. It
don't. You don't get that privilege when you homie hopping.
Hey, relax. Relax.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
I don't think she hopped nothing, bro. Listen, Kurt even said he was wilding back then. She left that nigga.
Kurt was perked like a motherfucker, man.
Kurt don't even remember her saying she was leaving. She told him it wasn't no homie hopping.
Yeah, I mean, Kurt was high as fuck.
Yeah, he don't remember her saying.
Even his current wife was like, she almost left him.
Yeah, she did.
Oh yeah.
Like she was like, yeah, he was wilding.
Yeah.
But then that goes back to that Daniel conversation with like, yo, do you see how much in pain Kurt was?
Yeah. But see, Kurt was just bred different. Like after you go through the Olympics with your neck broken, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you just got a different tolerance for pain. So he just was like, hey, fuck it. Write me a script. I got a show to do. Like that's just what it was for the longest.
Yeah, boy, it's tricky.
Like I listened to the pods where he talked about like those last couple years in WWE and the shit that he was dealing with just to keep functioning. Like,
what did he say?
Yeah, because so there was that period right around like 02 and 03, broke his neck, going into the match with Brock. His sister passed away right before the Iron Man match. He was like, "Fuck it, pill up, go out there and have a fucking classic with Brock." He held off having the surgery, had the match with Brock, goes to get the surgery, comes back in like 2 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Goes right back into that program, wins the title, has the whole thing. Like, this dude was just on go mode constantly. Like, there was never a point of stopping and thinking like, yo, this might not be good. This might not be good because every time he had surgery, it was like taking a little more off. Like that's why he having all these issues now with his shoulders and everything like that.
He
like
got no neck now. He looked like
they just kept chipping away at that shit because it was like little fixes. Like, okay, if I just do a little bit of this, I can get back in the ring and I can go again. So he kept doing that, and it's like, yo, you're gonna lose your whole neck by the time you get to be in your 40s. And sure enough, that's where we at. It's crazy.
No mobility.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Shout out to Kurt though.
Imagine being every single day.
It's wild.
I couldn't imagine.
All right, I'm getting these rumors. The Legends deal cycle continues. I got two more names for you. I think we already kind of knew this was coming, but RVD, he brought that up this past week.
He wasn't under one already?
I don't think he was, but they he said that, you know, he's under one now because we saw him at was it on Raw or SmackDown?
It was SmackDown.
Yeah. But yeah, he's under one, and Hornswoggle just came out at a show to announce that he just signed a new Legends deal. So the list is growing. I don't know what they about to do something. It's like,
I think it's Fanatics.
That makes
sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think Fanatics is like, get all these niggas under a deal. They can't be making money using because let's keep it a buck. RVD is RVD.
Oh no, he wasn't under a deal. He was selling his own merch.
Right. Yeah.
So, and I'm pretty sure RVD making bread off of his likeness, all the stuff that he does.
Yeah.
Because
off of AEW alone, he making bread.
Mm-hmm. AEW.
Yeah, so it's that. So it's like, yo, let's figure out a way to get everybody under these deals. So when we do these signings and all this shit, we get a piece of it. So I think that's probably what it might be.
That's smart.
I ain't gonna say shout out to Fanatics.
I've heard.
Nah, that makes sense though. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Fanatics is mad expensive. Their stuff is.
Bruh. Took me 3 weeks to get this shirt. 4 weeks actually.
That's wild.
That's not good.
So obviously, MVP Shelton over there, Lashley signed over to AEW. So Fightful says that on the first night that he was there, he pulled up to Jericho's locker room, and I guess they squashed their issues. Whatever the beef that they had from a couple years ago, and it was a whole thing on Twitter, back and forth. But apparently ever since then, like since he went to go talk to him, they didn't squash it. Everything is cool. They cleared the air, and everybody's cool now, I guess. We'll see.
That's good. Very adult of them.
Yeah.
I ain't mad.
I can't. Yeah. I mean, we too old. We too old for this shit.
Well, yeah.
He's 50.
They might be older than that.
Jericho definitely older than 50. Jericho's gotta be like 55 at this point.
I was gonna say he's probably mid-50s by now.
Like, his niggas is the grandpas.
MVP, I think, legitimately is a grandfather.
He is.
Wait. It's Google. Like we don't got time to look it up, though.
No. I think he only has one.
He's over grandpa.
No, yeah, you're right. He only got the one kid. I don't know why I thought he had 2 kids.
Yeah, and Jericho is old, and his wife goes to the capital.
Capital, right? That shit. Woo! Tell you, I ain't looked at him the same. Ever since then, I ain't looked at that motherfucker the same.
You ain't looking at him the same when he was wearing the KKK outfit in the Jay and Silent Bob movie?
I mean, look, I know it's a movie,
but you was too happy to put that motherfucking shit on.
Yeah, that's true. That was crazy. But I'm like, it's a movie. There's got to be a curve. I go off for that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a role, but that was I paid attention. I gave the eye, like, check. I see you. Well, speaking of deals, WWE started talking to Microsoft and Activision about putting out some commemorative Call of Duty championships. So we about to see niggas playing Warzone for belts in the next year or so. That's what's gonna be. That's what we're gonna be seeing, basically.
Hey, Xavier Woods heard that, say, "Hey, bling bling, give me that money."
Stop disrespecting me. Stop playing with my name.
That up, down money about to get.
Boy, listen.
Woo! So you thought we had to
get on that list, Creed.
Man.
I wonder so it's just belts that they're doing, like in the game?
Like the commemorative side. Like the stuff that they do with Fanatics and then the NFL and MLB, stuff like that. They doing those. I don't know why, but
is it like big tournaments? Like they do tournaments or something?
Yeah, I think like esports or something. That would make sense.
Yeah,
bro.
WWE's turned into WWE during the Attitude Era, where they were just putting a name on everything.
Oh yeah,
literally, bro.
You
remember that?
Fanatics, they got belts for every league, bro.
Huh?
They got belts for almost every league, almost like outside of the NBA. They got belts for everybody. Any sports team got a belt. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. on like as soon as they win the title. They got it in the locker room after the game.
They own personal with their logo on it, not because they used to just hand out just with the side plates. Now they got their own. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
Hey, so the Gable Steveson professional sports tour, it looks like it's about to keep on rolling. They caught this motherfucker training with John Jones. Oh. So we know. I guess we know what's coming next.
That's not what I was expecting. Because I remember they said he got signed to somebody else practice squad like a couple weeks back.
I don't remember what he gonna play though. He undersized unless he gonna be like a running back or something. But
5'11" DT apparently.
Like, that's wild.
Well, 5'11" DTs outside of high school. Do you know?
He's just trying to find a bag. Wrestling didn't.
That's all. Yeah.
And
like, he really going the fake Brock Lesnar route.
Yeah,
but he do everything Brock did. Like, get off Brock dick, bro.
He tripled it. Like, bruh, he's just going around the world at this point.
Because he ain't got nothing. He ain't got no talent outside of wrestling.
Hey, man, I will say though, like, that might be the best avenue for him. Being a wrestler, an Olympic wrestler. You know, you work with guys like John, you know, if you can link up with DC at some point, like that, having that base might work out well because a lot of wrestlers go into UFC and they had great careers. So maybe that'll work. You know what I'm saying? Just don't let him talk at no pressers. You know what I'm saying? Then he'll be fine.
Hey, John Jones and that nigga together. Woo! Get the police on standby.
Yeah, man. So we got some conflicting reports about this whole AJ thing, right? So the TV angle played out that he hurt his ankle. You know what I'm saying? They showed it all the whole night. Mm-hmm. Then the Seltzer-verse wanted to say that, you know, that the injury was legit. But then the next day we heard that, well, it's not the ankle that's hurt, it's the knee, the way that he landed. If you watch it back, the landing does look a little bit bad. Mm-hmm. So it's different part, but he might actually be hurt for real. The word internally is that he might have gotten hurt. That might be why we saw the grand opening, grand closing tweet from Melo, which would be nasty work.
Wild. That's wild.
Yeah, man.
I can't even say it because Melo young. He literally like 2 years younger than us. The nigga's 30. Even like that.
He is?
I think he was born in like 94, I want to say.
What? Black don't
That's just crazy.
I think
Hey.
Black really don't cry.
You could have told me he was about 25. I would have believed it.
I'd have believed he was 22. I ain't gonna hold you.
That too.
And the thing about it, I've known him for years.
That's why, too. Because I thought about that too. Like, this nigga kind of been wrestling since like 2015 or so. So like him being 30 makes sense.
What's crazy? He always looked like that.
Right. He just got a little bit swoller. That's all.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. It goes back to, once again, black don't cry.
It don't. Bobby Lashley looked the same for the last 30 years.
Oh my God.
Bruh.
Never changed. Never changed nothing.
Bobby Lashley looked the same since he was 17. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Bobby looks fucking amazing.
Wow. Wild as hell.
I seen him at
like Bobby Lashley when I grow up.
I seen Bobby Lashley walk into my gym once. I was like, I understand. I understand why you are where you are in life.
Shit. Yeah, that's so crazy.
This dude got all the people coming to his gym.
Well, I live in New York, so it helps out.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll see wrestlers and boxers and fighters in the mall out here all the time. I get it.
Yeah, man. So Janelle Grant's attorneys, they trying to open up the floodgates right now. Associated Press mentioned that her representation wants NDAs to not be enforced with other former and current employees should they want to come forward with any similar accusations to what she has.
Boy.
So they trying to get all the NDAs waived so we can just blow this thing up. They still got the whole internal investigation going on to him. On top of this, like the SEC situation, like man, they got this man over the barrel for real.
Hey,
if I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble, and I don't want to be in big trouble.
Damn.
Tough. Yeah, man. Stop right, nigga. Last thing I got, WrestleVotes was talking about the possibility that at WrestleMania 41, we might see a triple threat between Cody, Roman, and Rock. And then, of course, Seltzer versus Stroke again, because as these niggas typically do, Lion saying that Rock told WWE that he can't work WrestleMania 41, and not 24 hours later, he was on Instagram, responded to a comment that asked about it, said, man, don't believe that shit.
Don't believe any of that bullshit. Wink emoji, thumbs up emoji.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
$15. Y'all pay $15. $15 a month.
Totally cap. That means lie.
Good God.
Because who would believe that, honestly? When they planted the seeds months ago that he was going to be at WrestleMania 41.
You never know. His schedule will be crazy.
Hey, listen, I love the Fast and Furious movies. If this nigga is not at WrestleMania because he got a film for that damn movie, I'm going to be pissed off. I've never seen The Rock wrestle.
Same.
I need to see The Rock wrestle one time.
Right.
Nah, I never seen him wrestle.
This year was my first year, actually.
It was my first year seeing him in person. Like, I saw him at the Vegas press conference for Mania. So, like, I ain't never seen The Rock in person until this year.
Same.
Right.
Like,
Same.
I need to see bro wrestle if he gonna be wrestling.
Yeah,
before it's too late.
Same.
They got him in all this promo for Mania. You know what I'm saying? In these videos and stuff like that. You can't do that and not have him be there.
Right. In Vegas? Get out of here.
Yeah, man.
The amount of money that's gonna come to Vegas, boy.
Listen.
Ooh, I need some of that.
Like y'all already fucked the bag up last year. Don't let it happen this year.
Yeah, I need that. Don't believe any of that bullshit is what The Rock says.
Exactly.
I got one more thing.
Shut your mouth, David Meltzer.
Talk, please. Talk. So tired of this nigga.
A couple more things for me. We can go forward. Jimmy Jacobs apparently resigned from the AEW creative team this past week, citing burnout. Many have called him, said he was Tony Khan's right hand. I saw some folks, of course, throwing Jimmy Jacobs under the bus.
I saw that
after this came out too. Reportedly, he didn't want to push Daniel Garcia, which is the reason why he's kind of been inconsistent. Apparently, Jimmy Jacobs came up with Chris Jericho's learning tree gimmick. I don't believe that one bit. There's definitely some shit Jericho came up with.
Yeah. We don't need to lie about things like that.
No. My personal thoughts on this, I don't think it was a big loss for AEW. It wasn't a big loss when Jimmy Jacobs left WWE. It wasn't a big loss when he left TNA Creative. So
they're not telling long-term stories.
Nah.
At least not to the effect that is noteworthy. So you lose somebody in creative under those circumstances. I don't understand like what that's supposed to really do.
To paraphrase a former world's strongest man, now that the problem's gone, everything should be better, right?
Okay.
Yes. Because I thought he was going to be a good pickup because he worked with WWE. He was at TNA. He did a lot for them. But his run, how long has he been at AEW?
A year.
That's it?
And
yeah, came in last year.
You can argue. I'm not going to say it is, but you can argue this has been the worst year for AEW.
For sure. No question. So
you can
I was told by everybody it was the best thing they've ever done every single show. So I don't know who to believe when it comes to that.
We know what that is.
Have gone down.
Yep.
Attendance down.
Not coming in. Attendance, like you were about to mention, attendance is trash. So this hasn't been a good year.
Yep.
And so what's going on? Like the best thing that they've had all year has probably been Swerve and Hangman. You know what I mean? And I think like look,
I know how Reek feel about both of them.
It hasn't been good outside of that. Say that again?
Oh, man.
I know how Reek feel about both of them.
Yeah.
Listen.
How do you feel?
Well, my thing was this. We
don't got to talk about 52.
Like I'm not. Yeah, I don't have like a lot of care for him like that. All I said was this. At the end of the day, when you have the best presentation, you know what I'm saying, you got yourself over. You have to at least have a shot to be at the top. That's what I said with Swerve. They did that. He got his shot. Okay, great. Other than that, I don't really care for him. I really don't. Now, Hangman, that's a whole separate thing. Like I've talked about that before. Like he's all right. He's all right, but he's not real. That's the best thing I can say about it. Like the whole arson gimmick was probably the most I've ever paid attention to him. That whole that he was a drunk thing and all this. We trying to take him through this whole dramatic story and the tag teaming with Kenny. Like that was probably the most they did of a long-term story. And then the payoff was one moment, and that's it. Like the chase was in full effect in that storyline. Because once he won that title, wasn't nobody looking into it no more. Mm-hmm. But that's just where I'm at with them too.
Okay. Totally fine. Totally get it, but it's like you said, it's things gonna the biggest thing how things gonna improve. Because one thing that AEW does lacks, and I've always said this, is it's not episodic at all. It doesn't make you want to come back.
Yeah.
It doesn't want to make you come back the next week and watch it like, yo, what happened, what was said and everything. It's like, oh, I saw this episode. I'll come back in 3 weeks and watch it again when I want to. Mm-hmm. It's not, oh, I gotta watch see what's on next week.
Yeah.
Because I think they and maybe this is just the nature of the beast over there, where it's like we're treating it like a sport, which is great, but it's a TV show.
Yeah.
It's a TV show. And you want to come back and watch a TV show. That's why people go back and watch all the shows that we did watch, like all the great TV shows like Breaking Bad, Sopranos, because it made you want to come back and watch the next episode.
We were just talking about Power Rangers. Yep. They had a whole arc for the Green Ranger coming in and killing shit for like 5 episodes. Like,
Exactly.
It's like
that.
Yeah. And I said this a while back, right? At the end of the day, there's two differences. Well, there's two different things here between Triple H and Tony Khan, right? I said Tony could compete with Vince all day long because at the end of the day, Vince has been living and breathing this, but he's also set in his ways. So it's like, if he don't feel like it's going to make a difference, it's going to pop and it's going to do this, that, and the third for TV, I'm not even listening to it. Tony has this thing about, I need to please the people. What do the people want? What are the people frustrated about? Let me get that, put it in-house, and put it out front and live. He lives for the pop. That's it. There's no structure in place for longevity in it. Let me just live for that moment. Whereas he can't compete with Triple H because Triple H has been a student of this and has been letting his brain be a sponge for the business since he got in. So he's not going to compete with Triple H in any sense of the word. He can sign all these people, sure. He got the money to do it. The presentation can pop, you know what I'm saying? But there's just a difference. Like, and I use that word a lot, structure that they have over there that Tony does not implemented because he's not a student of this. He's a fan, a diehard fan, but he hasn't dug into like really digest this and like pick it up so that he can understand the inner workings of it to really compete. That's always going to be the difference.
Yeah, 100%.
He got more money than Jim Crockett, though.
Much more.
He do. Oh yeah. If he didn't have that bag, this would have ended years ago. If he didn't have that bag, for sure.
I'm saying they picked up another TV deal, but they're also, and this is I'm gonna sound like a dickhead, but the reason why they got that TV deal was because of the era of television that we're in.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Networks need something.
Like,
so good timing.
Say, cheap content. Hey, get these niggas.
Yeah. It's like,
that's all that is.
Streaming taking over everything. They need something coming into these networks right now. So hey, listen, y'all popping right now. Come through. Take this check.
Hey man, I seen Warner Brothers hoeing out Martin to all these streaming sites. They broke. So like AEW, they need something to get people to subscribe to that platform. And AEW should help them out a little bit.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
Like, well, I seen Martin on Peacock for it, man. Come on, y'all ain't that broke.
Listen, wrestling fans, good and bad, you niggas, they roll deep. That's how it goes, man.
Wrestling fans spend money.
Hell yeah.
We see motherfuckers go to WrestleMania in Las Vegas buying them $20,000 packages. I don't think they 20,000. I think they at least like 12.
They listen. They a grip.
I must be broke, son.
Bruh. I seen that shit say a couple 10,000. I'm like, hold on.
Who paying this?
Yo.
To get special entrance in the building, like
they trying to turn.
They get food. They get catering.
Yeah, they do get some food down there. Nah, I bought a package for something a while back. I guess I didn't get the package that came with the food. I got this. Shit, I don't know. Bronze. I think it was a bronze package. Yeah, I got a little special seated area. I got a fucking badge and shit. Like that's all I got.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I got a lunch pill. I got a Money in the Bank lunch pill. I got that. It's somewhere around here.
That's cool,
all
though.
I got. Yeah.
Listen, you got
they try to turn it into a celebrity link up. That's all they doing. Same thing with the Super Bowl.
Hey, listen, y'all tell me Nia Jackson's in one of them packages. I might have to take out a mortgage.
Listen.
Bro, listen.
Oh.
Top tier.
Hey. Hey.
It feels so good.
Woo. Boy.
Hey, man. Let's talk about what we got into watching this past week. I got to watch NXT on the app this week. It actually worked for me. So
shit.
I checked that out. You had Randy Orton versus Young OG. That's that 2004 Taker versus Jeff.
Hey, boy.
That's what
working.
that was.
The boys was working.
It was going crazy. Nothing else notable happened on NXT, though.
No.
That I want to talk about.
Nope.
Yeah. No.
Beautiful. That's all about it.
Yeah, black women wrestled. Yeah. There's black people that wrestled on the show. No other black people.
Listen. That's the most I've been invested in. What's Shorty's name? I can't even think of her name right now. I'm drawing a blank. There we go, Kalani. That's the most I've been invested in her in a minute because we got to do something. We got to do something with this character. Like, it's she can be fine all she wants to. She can be good in the ring all she wants to, but in ring.
I was saying
presentation, promo. All of that has to come together if you want to make it start.
I feel personally like I've been saying for a few months now, she need to turn. Because I'm just not feeling it.
Listen,
the crowd ain't feeling it neither, I don't think.
This is my go-to every time I talk about somebody who's going stale. Look at what happened with Io Shirai. I loved watching her wrestle when she first came in, but how many times can you keep on coming out here just smiling and this such shit? Like, it doesn't work. That's why Saray didn't last long in NXT. Because it's like, as great as she is in the ring, what are we seeing? What are we taking in when she comes out? It's like, there's nothing popping there. There's no sizzle to it. When Io Shirai flipped on Candice and was beating her ass, you was glued to that TV like, yo. Then she came out wearing all black and talking shit like, oh. I became a diehard Io Shirai fan that day.
I ain't never seen a highlight right here change somebody's whole life.
Listen.
That red highlight right here, that shit changed everything for her.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. The Dakota Kai too. When she turned on Tegan,
and she took that stupid ass pigtails out.
Yeah, facts, man. Like it's different.
Stupid ass pigtails used to be like this shit was dumb as hell.
Like sometimes you just got to put on them black Air Forces and just do it, man.
Yeah,
I like Kalani. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't want to have this stale feeling when I'm seeing it on TV. So it's like we got to do something to jumpstart this shit.
Kalani Jordan need to come out there, hair straightened, on some different type of energy.
Hey, I seen JT said a while back. He was like, "I've never seen Kalani Jordan and Maya in the same place."
He said that on here.
He did. Oh shit, that's right. That's a fact.
He said that on here, and then he said it again on Twitter. He was just like, "Yo, shout out to Jade and Bianca teaming with Maya."
Hey, listen. Hey, it's that time. It's that time, bro.
One thing I want to say about NXT, I need y'all again. I'm begging, pleading, keep the pussy rap off of my wrestling, please. Because not only did y'all
on Raw too,
on Raw and NXT,
like,
and then y'all had her do a performance on NXT. That was just y'all gave this woman a microphone.
That's because she can't get a big enough crowd anywhere else.
True.
She needs wrestling more than wrestling needs her.
That's facts.
But it's just
it made me mad because I all right. So they call me the thespian. I'll be acting. They were looking for seat fillers, background actors, and shit for the BET Hip Hop Awards, which I guess was in Vegas on Tuesday as well.
You were there?
Like, no, I didn't. Yeah, they didn't hit me back about it. But my point is, she was advertised for that, so I'm thinking she was gonna be on that and not be on my wrestling. I don't know what happened with that. It was on my wrestling for some reason.
No.
Both nights. Yeah. Thank you, Ethan Page, for shutting that shit down. Appreciate it.
Please.
Ethan Page. I'm subscribed to his YouTube. I appreciated that.
It's like I understand the whole, it's what the demographic is that's watching NXT. So it's like we're trying to cater, but bruh, please find something else. This ain't gonna do it. Like, I'm sorry. Sexy red is an oxymoron.
Bruh. So we don't get into sounding like conservatives. I'm gonna move on. Metaphor.
Damn. Damn, dog. They had to do that.
Woo.
Listen, we ain't trying to sound MAGA on here, man. We don't want to cross that line.
Understood.
We can't do that.
Yeah.
Gotta know what we're dealing with. Metaphor, let's talk about them some more, man. We talked about the black women on NXT.
Hey, you got your wish, bro?
Yeah, man. I got my wish, but
yes, sir.
Listen, they said, hey, well, he didn't say how long. He just said he wanted to see him. Metaphor made their main roster debut versus Team SWB on Friday Night SmackDown, but they got their entrance interrupted by Kevin Owens. They didn't even get introduced properly.
Y'all couldn't find some time anywhere else on the show to do this shit. Like I get, I'm invested in the story, but
yeah,
that you don't interrupt that. Don't interrupt that.
And it was their debut. That's what made it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even get introduced, so like the crowd would even know their names,
right?
Like that. That was, and then on top of that, the match was 2 minutes long.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Interesting optics for the CCO a week after that statement we were just talking about earlier on the episode.
And
very interesting optics.
They could have taken at least one match off of the Bad Blood card to put a match like this there. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
Did we need to see Finn and Priest?
We did it.
We could have did that on Raw, honestly.
It felt like a Raw match.
It did.
100%.
Y'all could have put Chelsea and Mi Chin on Bad Blood in
listen,
that match.
That street fight that they had, bro. I've been on my soapbox about them just going off, putting the rocket on Chelsea and letting it go because like I don't know why we hesitate so much with it, but that would have done better on the PLE than what we got.
True.
Like and if I say one more thing about this women's world championship scene, I'm gonna lose it for real.
What's your thought?
Well, my thing is nothing that's gone on with Liv, Dom, Judgment Day has been anything about the world championship. If I'm watching the world champion, I want the championship to be the center of the story. This whole thing, the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour, is her beef with one woman. And so now we're going to carry into, okay, I infiltrated your group. I took your man. I took your title. I took your whole group. Okay, that's great. When are we going to focus on the championship? Like the whole time she's been feuding with Rhea, it's like she's not even. It's all about what Rhea's got going on with Dom. Dom seemed like more out front of this than Liv does. The title is just kind of just sitting there. So it's like it never feels like we're in a world championship storyline. And to this day, it's still not there. So it's like, okay, we can add Raquel into the mix. She can be a heater, but I'm still not, it doesn't work. And I hate saying that because at the end of the day, it's like I've seen Liv progress and I'm glad she got to step up, but this ain't hitting. Like, how do we go from what Rhea was doing for the past year plus, and she was at the time was challenging the top stars as far as her presentation being a world champion, to this? That's terrible.
True.
I agree.
I agree too.
I agree. Yeah. I'm tired of now. They moving on to Raquel. It's like, pray to God you don't drop that shit.
Like, what we really about to do with this? Okay, Raquel and Rhea gonna be okay. Cool. I'll watch it, but then what? Where we go from there?
We're gonna go back to Liv again because that's what's gonna happen.
So, what do you think? How do you think they should fix it then?
Everybody need to separate and move on.
So, Nia brought this up on Friday, and I'm thinking it might be a great course of action. If Tiffany cashes that in and takes that championship off of her, it don't even got to be a long run, but that'll freshen the scene up a little bit. Yeah. Whoever takes the championship from her, you can figure that out. But just to create that focus back on the title, because this is about the longest the women have had Money in the Bank, and I don't know how long. I think since Carmella. Mm-hmm. So it's lingering now. But instead of pulling this trigger on, eventually she cashes on Nia, maybe go over and cash on Liv, and you could build a story with that. And like I said, whoever you can put in that position, don't put Liv back there. Let Liv move on to something else. If she wants to keep feuding with Rhea and them, let her do that. But just create some intrigue over there. Like, I think that's needed at this point. Like we did in 2020 when wasn't Sasha on SmackDown when she won the Raw Women's Championship or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could do something. Yeah, you could do something like that with her and Bayley being the world champions. We can do something like that. But the way it's going right now, it ain't gonna cut it. It just ain't.
Nah, it's not. It's not.
They got options.
Yeah.
They got options. Right now, it's looking like a fumble. Because, like, I was thinking about this earlier. What happened to Otis and Chad Gable? What happened to their situation? That was one of the hottest things on the show a couple months back.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, what are both of them doing?
And it's like,
I saw big things for Chad Gable.
And it's like, how many times can we keep on with talent like that? We know what Chad Gable can do. You brought the Creed brothers in and put them together. We love the Creeds. Mm-hmm. So it's like, now we finally get to the point, okay, this can take off. Yeah, they had the feud with the Wyatt Six and everything like that, but now they just gone. Like, now what? What's going on with that?
They ain't been doing shit neither. Like they had that initial, they fucking killed everybody, and that match they had a couple weeks back, like was like a street fight or something.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that was hard. But it's like, okay, if you keep them off TV for like a week to sell it, but then put them into something else. Like, you don't just drop the ball on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was probably the biggest thing for everyone involved at that point in time. It's the biggest thing they had done on TV, other than like probably Rowan. But like, you got to capitalize off of that. We just been letting it sit. You know what I'm saying? And that's again with Chad, we done been through this too much. Chad should have beat Sammy. We've been on that for the longest. Chad should have been taking that.
Their slow burn with Chad with Chad is like very, very, very slow.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what he's trying to do with that.
They don't know. We had to prioritize the colonizer, and look where that's gotten us. In limbo. Don't bring that nigga around Roman and them, please. Listen, please. Don't do it.
They're going to try.
Don't do it. They trying. I'm trying to will it into existence. I don't need it. I don't like it. Let's not do that.
It's family business. So it's just like, you don't need to be around for this. It's bad enough Cody in it still.
Bruh. I think he done right now. I think they finally got Cody. I think Cody finally got out the bloodline crosshairs. Now he dealing with Kevin Owens. You see Kevin Owens jump Randy Orton?
Oh, that was classic. Yeah. That was cute.
I just saw that like an hour ago before we got him.
It's about time. It's about time we let the man be who he is.
A scumbag.
I've been saying that.
That's Kevin Owens at his best.
I'm just saying this night shit.
That's the best version of him. Yeah.
I remember who you were.
Yeah. Like I understand changing the character a little bit sometimes to freshen it up, but listen, when you cook the best is where you like Randy at his worst, at his most despicable, that's the nigga that's a Hall of Famer. Not the dude that's, he's being a mentor and stuff like that. That's great, but the dude that's going in the Hall of Fame is head-shaving psychopath Randy. Like, that's the motherfucker that got in the kitchen and cooked. Kevin Owens that watched his best friend win a championship and then murked his ass seconds later.
Yeah, he is one of the best guys in the game who turns from a lovable babyface to an absolute shithole of a heel.
Yeah.
That's who he is at his essence, and he need to embrace it, and I'm glad he has. I appreciate it.
Motherfucker was headbutting Vince.
Right in front of me, too.
70-year-old man just headbutted the shit out of this dude.
And then splashed this nigga, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
In front of all the kids. Had the kids crying. See this old grandpa getting jumped. These kids, they not old enough to understand the significance of who this grandpa really is.
Mm-hmm.
See 8-year-old kids in there. They don't know that. So I was just like, hell yeah, whoop that old nigga. But they didn't know. That's who he is for real.
It's not his first time. He'll be all right.
Yeah. That Kevin Owens we saw versus Austin, that's the asshole Kevin Owens.
Yeah, man.
This nice guy stuff, all that shit he was on earlier this year, that's not you. So I'm glad to see it. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if they gave Kevin Owens the belt for a couple months.
Yeah. It's like, I like the way
Cody
they
don't need to be champ for a year. That's not how we need to do things.
Hey, they're gonna push that as hard as they can. After the story, they're gonna push that as hard as they can.
Fuck that story.
Of course.
But I like the way they did it though, because like this whole thing broke with a fan video. Like, they didn't have their cameras out there. They took a fan video to say, hey, look at what the fuck happened after the show went off. Everybody looking like, oh, Rock showed up at the end of the show. Meanwhile, this is going on. Yeah, this is going on in the back. And they just plastering that over. And then they acting all quiet about it on TV. Like, That's something that you don't see them doing. So that's dope. Yeah. I like that.
And they put up on Randy the same way.
Yeah, pull up on Randy on some real like, yo, we got beef.
Nigga, you chose.
Like, nigga, you see me out here trying to handle my business. You want to get in between my business. Now I'm about to whoop your ass too.
Yeah,
that's the Kevin Owens I've been begging for the last like 2-3 years. I'm glad we got it back.
So you picking sides? Bet I'm on your ass now.
Right, ain't no more talking right here. It's free smoke. Anything else I want to talk about on this lovely Sunday?
I think we covered everything.
Roman Reigns got his ass cooked. Outside of that,
I was gonna say
the new bloodline is coming though.
Yeah,
the new bloodline,
the OG
coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Roman, he got to have that convo with Jay. And I saw something on Twitter the other day. It was like him trying to make amends with Jay is gonna be must see TV.
Oh, 100%.
Because it's like now Jay got everything. Jay got the hype. He got the fan support. He's the Intercontinental Champion. Like, he is up now. Roman coming back, getting cooked by his people now. Him and Jimmy, they outmatched right now. Jay just living life. He's good. So now Roman got to, after all they went through for 4 years, after all they went through, Roman gonna have to come back to him hat in hand and be like, yo, bro, we at war right now.
I know
we done been through some shit. I know I did you dirty, but we family. I need you right now. After this man put on a psychological masterpiece on this man, gaslighting, emotional abuse, just everything. Now my guy took off and is living the high life, and he got to come around after falling off of Mount Olympus and be like, damn, man, I need you, man. I need you. We in trouble.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah.
It's going to be so good. And also, it's the fact, like you said, like because they're going to stretch it out because they're going to show if Jay's going to make that. He's not going to make a decision right away. So we're all going to be waiting to see when he makes the decision. Which adds that anticipation and goes back to that episodic feel. And then they're going to bring 20 more motherfucking Samoans to add to the group.
Yeah,
they got Hikuleo in the cut.
Yeah.
On deck.
We got about like 7 other niggas on the indies now too.
I want to say, and Book said he watching for Zilla.
Oh yeah, Zilla.
Zilla's definitely coming up.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I think we're gonna have like one of the best Survivor Series that happened in a while.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh man,
that war game is gonna go crazy.
Just keep Sammy out that shit, and we good. We good.
Yeah, he don't need to be on the team.
I don't hate Sammy. I just don't like to see him on my TV.
Sammy, you on this? You will appreciate this reference. Sammy is one of those never invited but always want to go ass niggas.
Oh, okay.
Nobody invited Sammy to half the shit that he got going on, but he always showing up. That's my issue.
I get
like if I didn't ask you to be a part of this, why are you showing up? That's all. Like, why going through out here cooking Goldberg and he's showing up to start beef? You got a match tomorrow. Why are you out here right now? Or Monday? Like, this don't got nothing to do with you, bro.
I get it.
He just happens to find his way inside of the Bloodlines locker room every week, begging, and then play victim when it was time to put in that work. You know, we call that a colonizer.
And got a main event out of it too. A main event out of Mania for championships. Oh, I almost forgot. I will make it quick. I promise. I do have a rant. I have a rant that just reminded me.
Rant?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm upset.
So I got a question, and I'm glad. So I'm glad Sir Wilkins is here because maybe you can help me with this one too. Where are the actual tag team storylines? What happened to tag team wrestling that we all grew up watching? Let me just to clarify for a second, we had that triple threat ladder match, which was fire. Closed SmackDown 2 weeks ago. That's the first time in I don't know how long that we have significantly watched the WWE Tag Team Championship. Because the Bloodline won them, but that was it. The Raw Tag Team Championships right now, I don't remember the last time they were defended. Finn and was it JD got them? I had to look that up to make sure.
I know that much.
Yeah, I had to look that up to make sure because I haven't seen them. Finn is out here having singles matches with Damian Priest. And like, listen, the best tag team in WWE right now to me is Fraxium. Because they killing shit. But even it's like they just get a new challenger every week. We go in there, we have a banger, but there's no story there. Like, it's just rinse and repeat. Next day we got somebody else. Where is the actual like? And don't get me started on the women's tag division. Like I said this for the longest. I love Jade and Bianca, but what's the end game? They don't have a real challenge. Chelsea. They don't have a rivalry. And no one's going to realistically beat them. I'm not going to believe anyone beating that team. I mean, if Piper shows up and it's like this is a screwy finish, okay, whatever. But again, I don't believe anyone beating them. I don't believe it. But there's no rivalries. There's no across the board at all. Like we used to have Edge and Christian, the Hardys, Paul London, and Kendrick and Eminem. Like we had that. We had depth and we had story there. We just showing people up in tag team matches, and again, women too, putting them together in factions and just having these random one-off matches week in and week out. Where is the tag team rivalry at? Like that is gone. Like I used to complain about the mid-card title scene. We fixed that problem. Now we got this one. And I realized that because again, the other day I'm thinking like, damn, who's the tag team champions on Raw? Because I ain't seen them. They're not featured. And they don't feel important right now.
No.
I don't know when we started doing that. But that ain't cool.
Well, it died. It died in the early 2000s. I think it's across the board. I think the tag team division in AEW is pretty trash itself. I think it's something that
they tag brought back. The Young Bucks, this shit's ass.
Yeah.
And they have great tag teams as well, but it's like there's no real rivalries going on. Man, I don't even know if they know how to like do it anymore. Maybe makes you wanna like wonder like what happened per se.
Is tag wrestling cooked?
I think
it's if it's not yet, it's about to be. Because what got me thinking about this just now, the last great tag team storyline was the Usos and Kev and Sammy. But that wasn't about the championships. That was about the beef that they had internally. That whole, the bloodline, Sammy's here, Kevin, his best friend. Like, that just, the titles just happened to be there because Usos were the champions. Like, the rivalries aren't there no more.
Nah, there's no rivalries at all. There's no rivalries at all. And it's also harder to do tag team rival, like, because when you think about it, it's like, I think tag teaming is not easy to do. It's not, but I wouldn't say it's hard. It's like, it's different because it's just two people. It isn't like it's like factions that's going at it. Mm-hmm. Like, because let's think about it. When tag team was popular, it was because of the matches. It wasn't because of the rivalries.
Yeah.
So was there any time there was any good like real rivalry between tag teams?
I mean,
bits and pieces.
If
bits and pieces,
like
this is a legit question. This is a legit question. I'm playing fake devil's advocate, but I'm also agreeing with you on it.
But you know what? Usos New Day.
Okay,
that's a perfect one right there.
But was that a rivalry or just a series of really good matches?
I think it started off as a series of good matches because the Usos, I think when this started, they were kind of hitting that new gear because they turned heel, they freshened up the gimmick, like they were trending upward to that being in the greatest of all time conversation. So they started having these good matches, but then now Uso start racking up their championships. New Day goes on that historic run with the tag team championships. Like, as they start building up and they're, as tag teams, they're growing, now it becomes a full-on rivalry. Like, okay, you're a story tag team, we're a story tag team. We got history. We get on the mic. They had that cipher with Wale and everything like that.
Yeah.
They had everything jump. Like, that's when it started. So I think it started off like that, but it quickly evolved into, no, this is a rivalry for real.
Okay. Yeah.
To answer some questions we had here, the last time Judgment Day defended the belts was September 16th on Raw versus the New Day. I didn't realize they've held the title since June. That's a crazy part to me.
Yeah. Bruh.
Since June, they've defended the belts on TV. Since they won them, that match versus the New Day was their first title defense. It took them 3 months to defend the belts on TV.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
3 months.
That's insane to me.
That's
yeah.
This is borderline what they did at one point with the IC title.
Mm-hmm.
It was out of sight, out of mind, because one, it's not getting featured, but two, the person who has it is barely on TV. I think they had that with Shinsuke. Shinsuke had the title and was barely on TV.
Oh, he had that for a good 8 months and maybe defended it twice. That I can remember.
Nothing.
So
I'm not thank God Gunther came along, because we was in a spot with that title.
Gunther's a fixer. Shout out to him.
For sure.
Good combo, guys. Let's plug our socials and get up out of here.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm waiting for y'all. All right, yo. First of all, thank you for having me. I had so much fun. This was legit a good time, good conversation. You can find me at Sir Wilkins, SIR_Wilkins, WILKINS. On the Jobber, I'm one third of the Jobber Tears podcast. Jobber Tears podcast across all platforms. Thank you guys for having me. Had a fucking great time doing this and talking shit. Bryan Danielson is not top 5, but in my book at least. Conspiracy theories more episode coming.
Oh hell yeah,
we need that. Streets need that.
I have to hear this Natty is a time traveler on a deeper scale. I'm about to watch that episode. That's gonna get off the phone with y'all. But anyways, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate y'all.
I appreciate you, man.
Oh, no doubt. Appreciate you coming through. You can find me at RickHavoc24 on Instagram and on Twitter. Check out the Havoc Hour, where we talk sports and entertainment on all streaming platforms, Anchor, X, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and the video versions up on YouTube. All that content is out right now.
And I'm Thespian TC Fontaine, a.k.a. TCF Baby. Please say the baby. Make sure y'all subscribe to Young Kings Wrestling on YouTube at YK Wrestling. Go to YKWrestling.com for all the merch, all the platforms, the social platforms. Go get you some W. Go get Opus Clip on your that you need that in your routine as a content creator, as a podcast group, whoever I'm talking to is listening to this right now. If you're not using Opus Clip for your social media, for your YouTube, for your Instagrams, TikToks, whatever, you're doing it wrong. You need to do it right. Get you some viral clips. Listen, if you don't know, they do auto captions. That's what they do. They do auto captions. They know exactly what you're saying. So you don't got to do it yourself. You ever try to do it manually and it just didn't work out? I tried to do it manually at first. That's why none of our content was popping. I put something Opus Clip up one time and it did well. So I was just like, yo, I like this. You know, okay. I'm gonna pay the monthly subscription. $15 if you want to get it. Y'all spend $15 on worse things.
Listen, don't get me started on that. $15 on lies and speculation.
Y'all spend $15 to get lied to by a 65-year-old man about wrestling.
The Seltzer verse is not canon. It never will be.
So like y'all can spend $15 to get your content popping. That's all I'm saying. Appreciate Sir Wilkins for joining us.
Yes,
we have no more Trey songs on the soundboard, guys. So yeah. We still trying to figure out how to close this show out without being shit. Was it DJ Khaled at? We still got him until I find out he was at some Diddy parties. I know he was.
Oh, listen, that nigga was hosting one, I'm sure.
Yeah. Comes another bit.
Yeah, he was definitely hosting them.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, it's DJ Khaled. Welcome to the Diddy party. Type stuff. Wasn't good. Hey, we'll be back next week with another one.
Another one.
TC Fontaine, Sir Wilkins, Wreak Havoc. We out of here.
We out.
Gone.